and Captain Smart is in the news. Director, oh, Captain Smart story and also meeting me there two screens in a meeting me aboboso kakra. Not long ago, in the studio, you didn't come out about Prophet Adom Kyei. Na ye kase oni enipa 1212 be especially Dana Samoa omon sema koso no omon hwe ni yi na anyensem because na papa dey see aye hu say ni buafu, so he's not in for any games. O ba no ma yi a papa no ebe mafia pa na em say enkomo no obi be say they are new every morning. Great things thy faithfulness. The idea chia na fufro eba. Ebra yegusu e kan yi oni Dana someone Sammy kan we Captain Smart eso no abegim. Captain Smart is a very influential media personality in Ghana, running serious political programs on major platforms. In fact, he is one guy that when he is on your case, as much as politics is concerned, you would have to go and beg him to a campaign.
You go fill up.
I give up. And yes, idea back to back. In fact, he is among some people who even believe that it was their criticism that pushed NPP out of power. And you know, go very dreams are. And I know, sir, Prophet Adom Kyei, ya so called na sorry, or ton so bolobi, or friend, Yesu Mogya. Ono so abeka bi say say Yesu Mogya nsen munyaika. Na Captain Smart say you read the story na for video bi am hu say directors they ato on yen hwe na bibia anya fine. The Yesu Mogya thing shouldn't be tolerated. And this is Captain Smart talking. I say Captain Smart child Adom Kyei. Media personality God's brain Smart in cancer. Popularly known as Captain Smart has called out Prophet Adom Kyei, accusing the Believers Worship Center founder of exploiting his congregation for profit. Speaking on October 7, 2025 edition of Onyamachi, Captain Smart filmed over reports that the preacher is selling a beverage called Yesu Mogya, translated as blood of Jesus, to his congregation. The Yesu Mogya is a beverage which many members of the Believers Worship Center believe to possess miraculous healing powers and deliver spiritual breakthroughs. According to Captain Smart, the practice of selling products like Yesu Mogya in church blurs the line between spirituality and business, and authorities should treat it as a taxable business. Nah, offered his way. The broadcaster recounted how a woman he knew who was suffering from high blood pressure abandoned her prescribed medication to rely solely on Yesu Mogya for miraculous healing. Captain Smart insisted that if he were president, such acts would not be tolerated, arguing that religious leaders who profit from their congregations under the guise of spirituality should be held accountable. Physically, Adom Kyei is older than me, but spiritually he knows I'm older. How can you be selling Yesu Mogya in church? There is a woman I knew who was a BP patient. Instead of her taking her medicine, she was taking Yesu Mogya. If I were president of Ghana, this nonsense wouldn't be allowed. Nobody would be able to sell oil in church. If a pastor sold Yesu Mogya during services, I would treat it like a business and make them pay tax. This is what Captain God's brain, Smart in cancer, is talking about. Now wait and come on, and come away and come on because and come on it not who any who money. And then come on and come on back with down who the said down who mudi needy adding. But when soon your story make like I said the don't more from one yenim pa then whiteness down. You could be you're doing our zone. Okay, Echo, patch up. Whom the real himself, Sammy, I had him, pa. But how do we handle it? And only in command one. You could take Captain Smart. Na, ye share, na, ye bar. Ye made him come away here because you see, I know a Christopher, a mom talk Mogya no bino. am I confused? Also for me, I sure say by this time he vexed. Also for there.
Very private.
I don't know there. Oba the kaka no say the album. I sure say Sunday. Obema post kakra. E dey mark up smart. Aha. Yanko share na ye meto director ready a drop in yanko.
Kunamani di Adom che ye penny chair me ba sunsun me ye penny chair no onim. E ba o na busa no.
Say that therefore akoma so. Ini
Adom che wo hunam fam. O ye penny chair me ba sunsun mu onu anim se me ye penny chair no.
You law yen sign no.
Na ye ti aso dem ye to so boro say Yesu Mogya.
Nanya possible.
Na ba ya bia me nim ne maame oyare. No mu bi pinro o se me num Yesu Mogya. Yesu Mogya ye no na hin.
Nanya possible.
Na mere na ohu ne ba de kura no ne ba de Mogya no num bi.
Nanya possible.
Me maka tro sa me ye Ghana man pani a. San kwase asem we enkoso obi en ho betu ato oye wasoro dem. If I were the president of this country, I'm being sincere. And a bit so na be bo wonsam
Bang bang bang.
bang. Sa we are so for now to Yesu Mogya wa sorry, we betu tax.
Bang bang bang.
Cause we have business. We are Yesu Mogya o prepare we fear the bejina sorry them. Now say we ton a business.
Well, yanko so na me Mr. Dr. Clifford Bano.
Eki.
Onu say oye nyame nipa. Ena the sanso boa because sanso ye nipa honam mu adwuma. Enti honhom ne honam no ogina mu ye. Cliff. Come ogina he.
Our first day from the common sense family first.
Good.
Common
sense there, yeah. Common sense family.
CSF.
Yes.
Who's there? The Captain Smart I like the way you put it, the clause we show. Say ujina a sorry dime. I'm saying this because there are some churches who have church shops.
Okay.
Like my church, we have a church shop.
I'm a ton there.
Which always sell Christian books. Some of this are your mantles and other stuff. But not in the church.
Oils.
Yeah.
And why there? That business and why there?
It's for the church. But then, not during church service. Get me? It's a shop.
Not during church service.
Yes, it's a shop you can walk in and go and buy whatever you want to buy. So that one is taxable. Do you get the difference?
Yeah.
But the shop is located at a church premises. But even on the normal day, church service is not going on. Cry. You can still walk in and grab whatever you want to grab.
Okay.
But we don't see. Who's it?
Come on.
But we don't see during church service. Say, oh yeah, sorry. Now because as we know in our country, churches are not being taxed.
Yeah, they are.
Whatever revenue they raise from church, it goes freely. We don't tax them. And to say, yeah, tax you. Now aside your offertories, aside people's thanksgiving, aside people's tithes, now you will still be marketing during church service. That one there shouldn't be considered as a tax-free product. You need duty-free.
Okay.
You should be taxed. That's from the common sense family. Because those churches that have the church shops, the shops pay taxes.
Okay.
Based on whichever revenue they raise at the shop. But I say, oh yeah, church service within the church service. Oh, for you should be taxed. Yeah. And also in church, say Yesu Mogya no, they are just symbols. They are just things to solidify or strengthen our faith. Enyama nyame efaso edie awamade. But I mean that one is not rigid always.
Okay.
Every time or every peculiar problem, and depending on the direction the man of God or the prophet will get, so those things, as I say, let me put it this way: we all believe in God, but God, quote unquote, it's not really tangible. I mean, it's not tangible. You can't feel Him.
Yeah.
What I say?
Yeah.
So sometimes we use some of these things to bring the tangibility of God to your mind.
To feel God.
say okra oil. You say my boy empire for Yesu atoso. So see, I don't just say it's so way Yesu, but symbolically it gives you some sort of
representation.
Thank you. Say Yesu no war.
Okay.
Corner or corner no war.
No.
But I don't just say in soon Yesu for Jide nyako share in soon.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make it make sense to you. So even in the Bible, God uses some of these mediums to help people. Ultimately, they know their friend or they know their or to make their sanka to so these are symbolical. They are things. I don't just say Obi Arako for sanka nichiko. Depending on which direction you get, unless if you are open pioneer. Or some specific directions to use. So these things, but it has come to stay. Say most Christians we use oil the more.
Okay.
We use blood the more. I believe in blood, the Holy Communion. I believe in it.
Yes,
I believe in the blood.
Yes, I was specified.
Okay.
The Holy Communion. I believe in it. But then, I can draw contrast. I can't really draw the contrast. So I want to draw a contrast from what I believe and what they are.
Papa.
Can be about him be.
I don't know Papa. And I be correct.
Okay, let me try and pull it. For my church like this, aside the Sunday and a month, we have a schedule for taking communion.
Okay.
Aside that,
and every month.
Yeah. We use communion. Usually, they ask you to bring your own communion. They will pray over it.
Oh, I see.
Or when we're having programs. Directions to me. Even me, there are times that you find a communion, but me, I'm time called them my bishop, especially when I'm facing peculiar challenges. Sometimes I go with it. I bless it myself. I feel I choose one senior person also within my, not necessarily my senior pastor, but any senior person within my ministry that I will take the one I spirit will lead him. So I feel like blessing my communion for me. Not so I bless it. That I want to use it for what I want to use it for. And it works for me perfectly.
I know.
It works for me perfectly. So I won't condemn what they do in their church. Well, I've not been to their church.
Okay.
I won't condemn it much. But so I say Yesu Mogya na. It's just like what we call communion. Maybe you're not born with tree. So make it sound. Sound way.
It sounds weird.
I know now can.
It makes it sound some way. I've not been there. But I don't believe in the communion.
Because oko a tree sorry na but the edi communion omo ya muka.
Yesu Mogya
some way ejina ho ema Yesu Mogya.
And on the honor
amu the biscuit ni so abase the biscuit ni ejina ma Yesu na. Enti enya ya ba ifo. Mary Yesu Mogya.
No,
come Maribida.
I say do this in remembrance of me.
Exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, the kind of.
Yes.
And yes, also I personally I believe say by the blood of the lamb we overcame the devil. Which of course any wine now I'm cover. But symbolically, once I feel like I sprinkle something, maybe I'm facing a challenge. I believe I go with the blood. But as I said, it's not really tangible. But once I do, and I mark my forehead or I do something, when I'm going for interviews, I do.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. I don't joke with the wine. I can give you a typical example. I can.
Why not? I call it percentage.
0 percentage. I've had a needle pray from an HIV patient. I'm supposed to take medication. I took the wine. I was free. Based on my faith. Yeah.
Is that you had what with HIV?
I've prayed 3 times. The third one for the first 2 months.
Oh, see, you've had what with HIV patient?
Prick.
Ah, that's it. That I injection.
Yeah.
Pamiana.
HIV mistakenly.
Ewo
me.
Anka, I was about to also tested positive.
I know that you will do immediately.
Okay, but what
because you don't side effect too much.
And
the first 2 months, first one I just sent rotation, which we will call service girl. Say on top shall be where your uncle shall not talk. October and a question was should number that's it.
I see.
Because say me sure do not me funny the home soon so I do not go mama utu na she. Ebet mama why too like e all outside effect depending on obia ni presentation. Thank you. So say me sure previous people or mafa. Now me so me sure I'm one person I cherish my very well. And kind of a boom I been say me nya be she there no.
Rasta Kunku.
Now the Benya is.
I invoke my faith.
Okay.
Yeah. It's my faith I invoke, not necessarily the wine. But I use the wine as a symbol. Now, and I'm some sort of in Christ, and I say my baby. But imagine I use my faith. I prayed. I was asking for what bumper and I am from a bit. Thank you. But I was a bit go with you more.
Yes.
When you say we are go with you, so but it's not the wine that actually did the miracle.
It is God.
It's God. But it's just something to represent something as human as we are for things to make sense to you.
Yes. Yes.
So if such things are being vended at the church premises, they should be taxable.
Okay. Thank you. At this stage, bring your comments. Chemo Kasawi pe Mary di mo comments in. But Mami Koreland answer. You can send your comments to Facebook, Sammy Flex TV, YouTube, Sammy Flex TV as well. Na yen hwese ne beko. Take over from there. Na yen hu the beko.
Between the rock and the hard place.
Yeah. Red diabatabo.
You try it.
You see, even because of how sensitive this particular conversation is, that is why even Captain Smart was not too bold to say yen free or cry.
Okay.
But he himself was not committing even in the process. In the process of condemning, not committing.
Oh yeah, then no comment.
When he said, "Oh, physically there, when you see me, name spiritually there, onim say me or no committing."
Okay.
It means that whatever conversation he is having spiritually with the Yesu Mogya, you acknowledge it. Because you first of all acknowledge the spiritual aspect of the whole conversation. And Kyei also spirituality then we know say you are facing him physically.
Exactly.
But the moment you enter into the spiritual realm with him, then it means that you acknowledge whatever he's saying. So even if you want to condemn it, you can also do it in a very thin line. Because one kasawa committee on. Maybe you are not doing Yesu Mogya, but you believe in the spirituality. There are others
books.
There are others that you are also doing. Because if we are going by that narrative, any Bible, it was a Tom. If Captain Smart, you want to say spiritually you are older than him, then if he is selling Yesu Mogya, then you should, and you want to condemn him, then you should also condemn the people that are selling Bible. Because Yesu
book.
You understand? That is why he himself will now say, okay, then let's tax it. Because or the better. And matters of spirituality and religion there. And now where we find ourselves. You suffer. That is why even when some people are complaining whether they believe, or even the ones who don't believe, like the ones who don't believe, whether they are complaining and the ones who believe, they crowd complaining, say, they are false prophet. The necessary authorities that are supposed to even take them on, they cannot. They can't. Because at the end of the day, because imagine the leaders that are supposed to uphold some of these things or enforce them are there. I heard it to my How do you expect them, these same people, to enforce, probably even if there is a law, to enforce it on them? How do you expect them? It will be very difficult.
Okay.
It is one of the reasons why even prophecies name I had a very difficult conversation in the space. Because at the end of the day, if you want to talk about the negative effects of it, the person that is supposed to help you enforce it is there at the beck and call of these people. So how do you expect this conversation to be checked it will be very difficult.
I know, right?
It will be very, very difficult. The thing here, you see, the Clifford Masori or Momoya church shop, it is their decision.
Okay.
It is their decision. We so all don't Yesu Mogya. Chemo tumani ni.
Enwani. Enwani kata tumani.
That's a baby.
Kata tumani. What nyamia samno. Ebe bro na ma.
Oh, call.
Na what you say na
so you see,
That's a more hard.
the thing is that because of our belief, it will be very difficult. Because at the end of the day, it all falls under a bigger umbrella,
Okay.
which is a non-profitable organization.
organization.
If you want to expose yourself like the way Clifford Masori now expose you, and say, okay, we are doing business from this side into a beer shop now. Fine. Then you can pay tax. And get this, and go on church shop, and you can take him to the church and do it free.
And then you can use to grab a dry.
Say Yesu ni ha si ya ni ho dia ba be hwe oni ha dia ba be hwe ana go wa dia ba be hwe
Enye no say obefre ni Yesu bu. Obi to Yesu Mogya. Ebro musu.
Yesu Mogya.
Yesu bu. Obi to
video. Abe fonku ni na ho. Betimi a translate ni simple. And ebefa at the end of the day, obeka che you only the baby team. There is no specific amount for Yesu Mogya.
Okay.
You do better taxing say.
Oh, taxing say.
Based on
There's
what?
no specific amount.
Yentoni 20 Ghana.
There be.
20 Ghana.
There be.
Wow, GD na de ato.
Inti obeka che say be bar for real. And it is seen as donation in church, which is very normal, which is an everyday practice. So somebody came to donate to the church, and we also thought wise to also dash the person with a miraculous drink, and that is Yesu Mogya. So we are not doing business. That is how difficult this whole conversation is. Somebody say, "You're tall man." On the bebo for it. Go and ask Obini.
Yeah.
Go and ask men say Opambo. When they were all doing these things, yeah, what
should I
say
or no?
Yes, you am tongue.
Wow for it.
No, I'm Obi. Yes, you donate. You donate as you do on a normal basis, and just as we go to church on a normal basis where we do donations, there's no specific amount. I am a debut. Be no team class. So I can say, me the debut because I am the 5 CD in echo, and I'm the 10 CD echo. And to the be a more, and to the be a you donate less.
Yes.
And that is how it is.
Yeah.
That is how they run every day. Into Captain Smart or Queen there, a bedding. I won't lie. Yes, he can be on the man's case for God knows how long. They can go as far as even 10 years, 20 years. But the truth of the matter is that it will be very difficult until the man himself says that he's stopping. Because I don't think Opambo has been doing a good Omunsiyo in recent times.
Oh, he's still doing
it. Sorry. But you see, but Obinim there will
Obinim na.
Obinim. So there are some that will travel from the tone Abenfonku.
Abenfonku a reverend Obofo.
Okay. So you see,
Trabosum there or a counseling.
Okay.
Until they decide to put a stop to it or hold on to it, and now say, "Oh, now I'm patronizing." Until you tell yourself, "Say me patronizing," they will not do it. Exactly. Other than that, since there are people who believe in it, people who depend on it,
let's look for them.
Of course. And they keep marketing.
They will spiritual loans to crowd.
They will market. Recently, there is this prophetess that did a direction. Okay, so any country that you want to travel to, for a country they flag, bra.
I see.
Actually, UN.
I said Mama Vida.
Yeah, Mama Vida. What I saw them.
Yes, Mama.
I saw them on that United Nations.
I saw by Ghana. Sorry, by Ghana. A prophet to Chebe program.
At the United Nations conference. Flags, different. Every African flags they back
Say you're African.
I guess
you're African.
Yes, Africa. Oh, Ghana, Togo.
Yeah, person you be called Africa. Yeah, called western part of the world.
So, Captain Smart in Tokwani, the long and short is it will be very difficult.
Okay. Chamo will come through on this note. Chamo will come through.
Yeah, me unim first na me started say me say let me put it that way. Me say the omo ye ne I will fight it and all this na ba me come adwene say the tie na no. With time na who say that be.
Udin sim.
Nkwasa sem na. Nkwasa sem na me di no. Obi eni abre ye na dwuma o na akọche ne say the onye no me di papa ne de papa. Ebi na Captain Smart ye no nkwasa asem na odi no. Onya. Nkwasa asem na odi onya. On say ono ane kasa mu no kra no. O ma ye hu say papa we in particular no ne wa asem. Enye say on this spiritual ayini ana o mo yes. Eno na man ye nkwasa asem na odi no. Eno nso na me hu ye with time like medisa na ma we mu achi hu say edu ba bia enti no my relaxing me stand not say I'm not against it too. I'm against it but me hu ni say presentation ayeye ana criticism ayeye no eya emfa kwam and it is not fair to those who are doing those things. The best thing is say ono na oko patronizing awo bibi akachire no enka Captain Smart etini TV so no nanka o kachire o ma o mukoto Yesu Mogya ne say munya sabi munya nkwasasem no.
Okay.
Enye de oton Yesu Mogya. Because on the Yesu Mogya na oton.
We declare ne
ho say oton Yesu Mogya. Eno ono oton. Eno bi say eno no beto anum.
Yeah, yes.
Obi to Yesu book. Obi eya by phone ku. Another or the why no twi ni di no. E na monko mo hu ni ye. Eza kasaro. Ebi no ye smart. Say ebura mu nso. Enko ka say well yeah.
What?
What question? I can't be a muzo. I can't be a muzo. I say beat him. I say ball water. Obi efa esa omo gallon 25 latest ibi na esunu deche o de koje abura mu nsu eno ode ye na duane eno na ode ye ni bibia minimum obi a odon kra de anwea kokko eno osesa ma asore ma na omo ye aduane anom de bi egu
that's terrible.
Omo ye aduane anom de bi egu
no say the Yesu body
and Yesu body pa anwea na o makwa kwasesa anwea no
heaven
o ye aduane o se fakakra egu
heaven
o godware afakakra egu o ye afakakra egu sa nipa na o ma sa direction no oni ni kokko a o solve problem bia o eye omo patronizing the issue no na we nto me na me witness here me ka bia ya no mo diri sem boa me ko asori bi me ko ja obi asori na so for ba be pon no say omo mfa omo insurance ma ya omo mfa
insurance
na me nti ase
Insurance
say spiritual insurance so one tia o be hare
one tia insurance
o be hare nti no say o tia for the month no o nyare enti no bosumi ni ba be so end of the month no no be tia spiritual insurance no no ma ba be tia no na ha say the be a onyare enti o mu tia spiritual insurance enti no Captain Smart ye be en den ya detas spiritual insurance so eno so won twa bo obi a odi otia
insurance company
because obi a spiritual insurance company na watin me did it obi be me ko register business or spiritual insurance otia onyare on table For me, I be or her essere, any be or her eja. So who send kofu be coma. But the best thing that we can do, no, and yes, I kofu now, or more, I find genius ways to sell their product, no. Okay. It's not free, no. And those who are patronizing, and they say, can be beacher or okay. As I said the last time, now, yeah, come about, church members are almost demonstrations, say, pastors need this kind of thing. Munya collection it way. Munya offering me, they don't be. Oh, come offering, we are demonstration, say, or more, na ka dia man o ni no o dia man o ti mu oni o to da bia o di man enye na be tente ni no ja fama o ja ni no ma enu anu no atwa I remember say me hwe interview bi philosopher bi wa America na ye busa no about omom besresres ka okwan ho ne ade no say economically, no, what is the implication and is there a way to stop it? And not very simple. Some just kind man, ombe just said man. If you stop giving money, it's obi be dina kwa so o sere de na obi amani ska o tena o me dina. Enti no so washa omu dina baabi a ye mo muska. Enye baabi a no mu dina.
Max TV anymore. It's a techno building your friend is da commander. Sa full any for no omo middle ho by na papa bi ma hu ne be 3 times or 4 times anopa me drive ho a odru ho constant omo muska sa entuni say almost anopa bia sa between za de bia be kono omo ya let omo hu say opa ne kai ba
exactly
papa constant o ma hu be 3 times. And you know, Oko say a problem, and it's so much now one solve a problem. Bia. Because say Omujana Omunye scan. And the Yamu say, who say, Omo Massages scan, Oko is Luan Womoda. Because Obiat came one a bit Dinamoska. And the Omo scan almost says no is Lugon. And I almost says no sa posh places near the other. Said Trasaku. What will say will be exactly. And a honor crown who's races can now could now not just a winning castle business. A from the I'm not business. Could not la pass, could not circle, oh, could not eat traffic lights. Oh, casual traffic light as go pesca, oh, could not easily go. A combat duama the same way, Anna, I saw for any church services in the issue. And to me, my point now, may stand now is that if we are willing to patronize what they are doing now, and Yamina make a fight to say they are all mouse are in ninja. Okay. Or no, now, Okoto Yesu Mudan. And as all country be said, Yesu Mudan, one hair, M1, and as if I wake home. Na mo ba men ko ka se onya Yesu moja na de on so spiritual insurance ono so be kan se obi a okwan a ofa so a ode ye minimum ba ku bi a nso de obi na ka kire me o se ye betena bonsam so nti obi anto ai plastic chair ba ku mra enzo so mo ko tena bonsam so wi a mo mfa plastic chair ni nkofi or starting the church no de no ye no no see ebia this month ye betena bonsam so obi anto plastic chair ba ko mra mo ba na ma tena so a mo pon a aka sorry ho
say batra na the bonsam be kofi
one first strategy they building the church the whole thing is why do you even go there? And you know, if you go there and get the fulfillment that you are looking for there, you have to pay for that service.
Of course.
And you better Yesu moja de tia. Of course. And you buy our bonfire more free. Oko ya ordinary good so. Ama ordinary sana na de na good so. Ama kata achu ya na all person o ni branded. So. Yeah. Oh, all pay election ya into oko the good so ya kata achi we. church member na eke onu ana yi na eke o
akwede stick akota ne
so for me I think that Captain Smart ni others are almost criticize sa name no almost criticism no is out of place always for me it is those who are patronizing once a problem no because me say church insurance one na me koyi sa da no me koyi me te wo hwe wo sa mama one city
insurance
hwe me ena kan asori na agu me few I didn't do that me call because of a nipa no like a nipa no de me call no sometimes you compromise to get certain things done and all those things and you did na oye bibi nka me nka asoro okra me nsi wompo e na wa ba be ka me ntua spiritual health insurance ba ma ban so me ntua metena me baby me last time me call asoro me get me na participate no me te ho e na obi bra me sika se me fa ngoto offering because wa hwe se obi eja me go am sorry ejiro onu ni trimu no e bia me ni sika e na me te ho endimini ana me ka se onu anfa na de nkotum na nyame nsira no enye me na me kwa akodi ni nsira ma onu anfa nkotum minti ni zika anfa nkotum ma from that time no manya that experience of say how you want to patronize them no ene mo so ye de omo ye no and whatever that they are doing, they deserve to be paid. They are working. And to know yourself. Anyhow you want to patronize them. To obi so beto Yesu Mogya. Momo monto. Se koko kono mu se Yesu Mogya na emo ma o ma beja.